What to say when someone's feeling frustrated at work. This can be kind of uncomfortable, and you might be hesitant to engage. But when you do, it's actually an opportunity to motivate, to inspire, and to create authentic connection. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing ways that you can maximize that opportunity. You ready? Let's get it. Dealing with someone else's frustration can be uncomfortable, especially in the workplace. But by engaging, it's actually an opportunity to motivate, to inspire, and to create authentic connection with others around us, our peers, our direct reports, and even our management. And so it's so important that you're not missing out on the opportunity to do just that. In this video, you're going to learn the importance of expressing and allowing emotion, especially in business. You're going to learn how to tactfully engage or not when an employee is feeling that frustration. And you're going to learn the best way to engage with that individual such that it nurtures a very real and authentic connection moving forward. First off, and most importantly, let me just say, emotions should never be left at the door of business. They are so important and cannot be denied, especially when you're in the workplace or in your business. That myth of leaving emotion at the door of business has officially been debunked through our research at Change Enthusiasm Global. Emotion is real and it can't be denied. And it's not like we turn off our emotions just because we start working. No, we're emotional beings and they're going to exist. So seeing that frustration, seeing it in another around you, or even feeling it yourselves, it's okay. And you shouldn't ignore it or deny it. Now, the first thing to stay mindful of when you see someone around you that's clearly frustrated, feeling that frustration, the first thing that you want to do is make a quick mental check with who that individual is. Think to yourself, do you have a strong enough connection and relationship with that individual to engage them, especially when they're feeling this heightened emotion? Just do that quick mental check, because sometimes when folks are feeling really frustrated and all that emotion's flowing through them, if you haven't already established a relationship where there's trust, a relationship that's safe, when you try to approach them and engage, it might actually go sideways. So it's important that you do that quick check and think to yourself, do I have a good enough relationship with this individual to engage in this moment to provide some support? And by the way, this mental check goes whether this is a peer, a direct report, a manager, or even an executive. Just do that quick check. What is the existing relationship with that individual? And is it okay to tactfully approach them? Okay, now that you've done that mental check and you're sure that you have a good working relationship with this individual and you're confident you can tactfully approach them, it's time for the sincere pursuit. And this is really the time to listen to understand. The first part of this is really about acknowledging that you see them, that you understand they're experiencing some of this difficult emotion, experiencing that frustration. A really powerful question that you can ask in this time is, you know what, I noticed that you're not quite yourself. It seems like you're feeling a little bit upset or frustrated with something. Is that right? Like, what's going on? The point behind asking this question is really just to invite them to express that emotion, to name it out loud and maybe share with you some thoughts that they're having that's, stirring up that emotional energy. Once you ask that question, if they're feeling some of this emotion and what might be bothering them, then sit and simply listen. Then once they've stated that emotion, they've named it, and maybe some reasons as to why they're feeling it, restate what they've just told you based on your own understanding. Name the emotion. Okay, I hear that you're feeling frustrated, and it sounds like the reasons you're feeling frustrated are X, Y, and Z. Again, you want to play back exactly what you just heard. The point of this is allowing them to share that emotion and letting them know you're listening, and you're listening to understand them. So again, play back exactly what you heard, but in your own words. By the way, if you're getting value from this content, or maybe your ears are perked thinking about frustration, especially at work, shoot a comment in the block below. Let folks know that either you're currently experiencing frustration in the workplace or you felt it before. It's so important that we all know we're not alone and that these emotions are real and they cannot be denied. So comment below. All right, let's get back into it. Okay, so now that that sincere pursuit has been achieved, you've asked them if they're feeling some of these difficult emotions and maybe what might be churning them, replayed that back, exemplifying or letting them know you understand the emotion that they're feeling. Now it's time to nurture that authentic connection. And it's within this space that you're really affirming that their feelings are valid, that it's okay that they're feeling that way, and maybe even reinforcing by sharing sometime that you felt that similar emotion, whether it be recent or some time ago. It's in this time that you're, again, really validating that their feelings are okay, and also that you've been there before. You know, so often when I'm inviting those around me to emote, to share those more difficult emotions of change, especially the frustration, especially the fear, I always like to share a time that I felt something similar. You know what? Just last week, I was told I was supposed to do X, Y, and Z, and it floored me. I was feeling so frustrated that I had to get up and walk out of the office. So I know kind of this feeling. I've certainly felt this before, and it's completely valid. So share something from your own personal experience where you felt a similar emotion. Again, this is going to help validate that emotion within that individual. It's okay that they're feeling that way, and you want to understand them and support them. Now, I do just want to advise a watch out for this, right? So you're engaging with an individual that's having some heightened emotions right now. They're feeling frustrated, and it was obvious that they're feeling that frustration. So often when they start talking to you about why the frustration is there, especially for me, I like to immediately jump into problem solving. Well, did you think about this? Have you done this? Maybe you need to go talk to this person. Sometimes that's not what's useful in that moment. One of the most powerful questions to ask when you're engaging and looking to authentically connect when they're feeling that emotion is, are you looking for ways to brainstorm in this moment? Or is it helpful if I just sit and listen? Because I'm game to do either one. It's very important that you get clear on what does that individual need in that moment. And don't assume they immediately want you to start solving whatever problem they might be facing. Okay, so of course leave the door open to brainstorming and problem solving, but just ask the question. Maybe they just want you to sit there and listen and let them know that you hear them and that you're seeking to understand and that you're there to support them. So after you've had that quick connection, had that discussion, and you can feel it kind of coming to a natural close, make sure that you let the individual know that you'd love to follow up sometime in the next week. I don't like to let it linger for any more than 7 days. Whether that be a phone call, whether that be getting a coffee, let them know I'd love to follow up and just learn how you continue managing through this, knowing that I'm here to support you. Look, we're all going through a lot of change. We're all facing a lot of difficulty right now. I want to be here to support you. And, clearly you're having some frustration, and I'm here to support any way that I can. So I'm going to reach back out and I want to touch bases with you sometime in the next week. Is that cool? Something like that. Make sure that you leave that door open for the follow-up and continued authentic connection. And what you're doing is creating this very unique data point for that individual, that this person sees me, this person hears me, and this person is striving to understand me. And again, that nurtures that authentic connection for many, many days, weeks, and even years to come. So don't shy away from these really great opportunities to engage authentically when you can see emotional energy being shown through another, whether that be a peer, a direct report, a manager, or even an executive. So listen, if you got value from this content, thinking about emotional energy, thinking about frustration, how to engage with someone who's feeling frustrated or feeling that emotional energy, I got something else for you. All right, so my company, Change Enthusiasm Global, we partner with a leading research firm called CGK, and we studied all about change and emotion in the workplace today. And we found some incredible insights about what your peers and your employees are likely thinking but not telling you as it relates to emotion and going through change. And I want to gift that to you today. All you got to do is click on the link below and it's yours for free. That's our complete white paper, all the research, all the data. I want to make sure you're armed with that data, with the research, with the insights for you to be successful, to grow through even your greatest change challenge. I'm Cassandra Worthy, and until we meet again, keep growing and keep rocking.